So fun fact, Brad Pitt actually came out and surprised our screening audience in Chicago and introduced the film in person, apparently after making appearances in both Atlanta and Philadelphia earlier that day. The man is officially a beast. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Film Review, episode number 138. Here's proof that I actually saw this screening, and today I'm bringing you guys an early review of the new blockbuster World War Z. World War Z is directed by Mark Forrester, who previously directed Finding Neverland, Stranger Than Fiction, and Quantum of Solace, and it stars Brad Pitt. Now, the film focuses on Jerry Lane, a former UN field worker who must leave his family behind when he's called back into work in order to find out what's causing a virus to spread and in order to stop the zombie apocalypse. World War Z is a film that I wasn't really looking forward to. I'd read and loved the book, but I'd heard that they were making drastic changes from the book, and after hearing all these troubled production stories about reshoots and rewriting the entire third act, my hopes were not very high on this one. And while World War Z is not the complete train wreck that I expected, it's still a pretty mediocre film. Now, there's definitely some good things about the film. Actually, one of the things I was most worried about going in was Mark Forrester's direction of the action. Quantum of Solace featured really choppy cutting and shaky cam that looked pretty bad, but it seems like Forrester has improved on how he shoots his action here. Yeah, there's still times where it's incomprehensible, but overall it's much better shot for the most part. Also, the pacing is very good. The movie wastes no time diving right into the chaos and anarchy of the zombie apocalypse, and it rarely lets up the entire movie, and I was never bored. There are also a couple set pieces that are very intense, and Forrester I thought did a nice job ramping up the intensity during these sequences. Unfortunately, the film also has its fair share of problems. For one, the characters are basically ciphers here. Jerry Lane is an unbelievably flawless, one-dimensional character whose only defining quality is that he's a good family man. Brad Pitt does his best with what the material gives him, but there's nothing to the part. The rest of the cast is basically shelved and serves no real purpose to the story at all. Also, this movie fails to break away from the classic horror movie tradition of characters making stupid decisions that endanger their lives. Several times throughout the film, people make absolutely stupendously dumb choices that could have easily been avoided just to create more drama, and it's very frustrating, including 2 or 3 of the biggest facepalm moments in recent years. But perhaps the biggest problem with the film is that tonally, it's all over the place. At times, you can tell the filmmakers really wanted to make an interesting commentary on the standard what-if scenario of the zombie apocalypse, but other times, they go for the most basic, lowest common denominator Hollywood thriller elements, and the two approaches clash throughout the film, meaning neither really comes together. Ultimately, I'm going to give World War Z a C+. While it's not the absolute disaster that I predicted it would be, it's still just another run-of-the-mill zombie thriller that could have been so much more, and it ultimately makes it just disappointing in the end. So that's it for this review. My next review will probably be up next Wednesday when I bring you guys an early review of The Heat, the new female buddy cop comedy. And if you like this review, hit that subscribe button down there so you can get more reviews from me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the other side.